don't see is his presence in the locker room. I mean, he's a guy that keeps a lot of guys around him loose. Yet, I mean, he's one, right? And so he's got that presence, and he's pretty timely in the way he delivers some of his leadership.
That's Dave Hextall talking about Jaden Schwartz after he returned to the lineup during the latest road trip, as we welcome you back to What's Kraken. You know, when Schwartz joined the team, he brought more than just experience playing indoors, which means he's pretty excited about playing outdoors on New Year's Day next season. Alyssa Charleston caught up with Schwartz for more.
Jaden, how cool is this? You and your team will become the first athletes in history to play a professional sport inside Climate Pledge Arena and T-Mobile Park. You also have Busch Stadium checked off your bucket list when you played in the 2017 Winter Classic. What was your reaction when Seattle was announced as the host next year? Just
really excited. I kind of heard rumors about it, but nobody really said for sure. So I think it's great for the organization, great for the city. There'll be a lot of buzz, and yeah, just an exciting time. And a lot of guys don't really get to play in one. It's kind of like a once in a lifetime opportunity. So everyone's pretty excited. You get all your family and friends in, and it's a big event. So.
And what's it like to have all those arenas and stadiums on your bucket list? You're a hockey player, but you get to play inside of a baseball park.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to play in one before against Chicago, and yeah, just something that was really special, and something that you'll never forget. And the whole city was excited. Like I said, you get to bring in a lot of people and get to enjoy it, and yeah, just a special opportunity. And I think Seattle's going to be pretty pumped up, and I've been to a couple baseball games there, so the atmosphere is awesome, and really looking forward to it.
Yeah, what do you think it says about how the NHL views Seattle as a hockey town to bring what they call their biggest event of the year to this city?
It happened quick. The fans have been awesome. Anyone who's been to a game in our building knows how exciting it is and how loud it is, and how much they cheer. So we've been lucky enough to have such a good support around us, and it makes it a fun, exciting place for us to play in, and it's hard for other teams to come into our rink right now.
I know you mentioned you've been to a few Mariners games. When you watch those games and you're watching baseball players play, have you ever imagined maybe there's a chance one day I'll get to do the Winter Classic here, play some hockey inside of T-Mobile Park?
Yeah, I mean, it was something that, I thought, could be an opportunity being a new franchise, and Seattle's such a big sports city. They really get behind their teams, and just look how loud the Seahawks games are, the baseball team, the hockey team, and just a lot of good support. So it's been fun to be a part of that. And like I said, it's a once in a lifetime opportunity. Everyone kind of plays on outdoor rinks growing up, and especially in Saskatchewan, where I'm from, there's so many of them. And to imagine playing an NHL game outdoors is pretty cool.
Yeah, let's take it back to 2017. You played for the St. Louis Blues against the Chicago Blackhawks in the Winter Classic. You got the win. What are your strongest memories from the whole event?
Just the whole thing. There's a lot going on. You get to practice practice there. The day before, you get to bring your family out on the ice, and get to bring your friends around, and you just try to enjoy the moment. Try not to look too far ahead, and there is a lot going on, but it's special memories for sure.
And I cannot wait to see where this team is at. January 1st, 2024, New Year's Day, the Seattle Kraken hosts the Vegas Golden Knights in a baseball stadium. We'll see if they take over Lumen Field at some point eventually. But Jaden, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks for having me, guys. Really appreciate it.
So it will be the 15th time they've played a Winter Classic, and it comes in just the 3rd year of this franchise's existence. How big is that for this organization and the city?
This is the premier event in the NHL's regular season calendar. And I remember as a kid when they had the one in Detroit, the entire city, it was in Ann Arbor where the University of Michigan plays, the entire city, the entire region came together for it. And I think to be able to cross the two worlds, hockey and baseball, inside of T-Mobile Park is going to be huge. And I think it's an opportunity not only for the entire nation, the entire NHL fan base to see the Seattle Kraken team, but also the city of Seattle and the region, and just how passionate these fans are about their sports teams.
It really is amazing. T-Mobile has hosted concerts and even a football bowl game there before, but never the Winter Classic. So how will it look exactly? Our Ian Furness went to find out.
Some of the most iconic venues in sports have hosted outdoor games for the National Hockey League, and 12 of those games have been in the great ballparks of our country, like Yankee Stadium, Wrigley Field, and this year in Boston at Fenway Park. On the first day of 2024, you will be able to add T-Mobile Park to that list.
They thought this was a dome stadium, and so we had to first convince them that, yes, we do have a roof, but when we close the roof, it's more of a cover than it is a roof.
There are two big components to an outdoor game: the weather and where to sit. Let's start with the weather first. While we are a long way away from dropping the puck outside, history can help tell us what to expect on January 1st. Well, Fox 13 meteorologist Brian McMillan has a very early forecast.
Of course, January 1st is part of the cool and wet season here in Seattle. Not much sunshine this time of year in the middle of winter. We average a morning low of 37 degrees, an afternoon high of 47 degrees. This is typically right around the coldest time of the year. And yes, of course, it's wintertime. We do average about 0.2 of an inch of rain on that day. But if you want snow, hope for a year like 1950, where on January 1st we had 6.8 inches.
If there are weather challenges, the roof at T-Mobile Park will provide a variety of options to keep the outdoor game just that, a game played outside.
We're really unique. We're one of the only ballparks that has the roof up here, but it's in 3 pieces. And so we're able to maneuver each piece separately. And so what we'll do is we'll move, if it rains, we'll move over one of the large pieces of the roof right over the rink.
So unlike other outdoor games, there will be no weather concerns, no matter what Mother Nature decides to do that day.
So we really can control all the elements. We are the perfect spot for the NHL because we still have that outdoor feel that they want, but we're able to control the elements to make sure it's a perfect playing surface for the players.
So whatever happens weather-wise, much like when the M's are in town, it will be game on. But where in a ballpark will you put a 200 by 85-foot temporary hockey rink?
The rink will be out here. The way the roof moves, it will probably go from the bleachers, goals from the bleachers to over here on the first base side, kind of laid out in the middle of the field. The center ice will be right around second base, I think.
Right about it. So drop the puck at second base? We're going to drop the puck at second base?
Yeah, pretty much.
Now, if you're lucky enough to get a ticket, the question is, where should you sit? All right, so here, row 10, seat 5, a perfect view for baseball. But how does it look up there? The best seats in the house might be up here, 300 level, a long ways away. Maybe the cheap seats in baseball, but the premium seats for an outdoor hockey game. While all the details are still being worked out, make no mistake, come rain, snow, or sun, there will be NHL hockey played outdoors in Seattle next year. A pitching mound, bats and balls will be replaced for one day by sticks and pucks. Ian Furness, Fox 13 Sports.
Thanks a lot, Ian. And even though there will be about 48,000 seats available, tickets will be hard to get. The easiest way to guarantee a spot is to become a Kraken season ticket holder. Tickets are expected to go on sale in the spring with pricing determined by the NHL.